The Boston Celtics are not championship contenders this year. Now, that should be an obvious statement, but there are some people who still think that the Celtics are going to bounce back from their average start and become title contenders. Well, in today's video, I am going to prove why that is false. I am going to be going over some reasons as to why they haven't been up to play and some reasons as to why they will not be getting better. So, let's get right into it. Right now, the Boston Celtics are sitting at 14-14, which is, like dead center. They're at 500, and they are number 9 in the Eastern Conference, half a game back from the 8th-seeded Charlotte Hornets. And now we're going to take a look at some of their key players' productions this year, starting off with their best player easily, Jason Tatum. Tatum's averaging 26 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists, 3 turnovers, which is pretty bad, a steal and a block, 42% from the field, and 34% from 3. Really great numbers from Jason Tatum. Definitely going to be an all-star again this year. Only 23 years old. He's having a little bit of a worse year than last year, but last year was amazing. But yeah, still great numbers for Jason Tatum, and he has definitely not been the problem this year. Next player is obviously Jaylen Brown. Him and Jason Tatum have been kind of like, franchise tagged for the Boston Celtics' future. He's averaging 21 points a game, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, half a block, 46% from the field, 37% from 3. So yeah, both their franchise players have been having a little bit of a down year, but still, once again, great numbers. Both are going to be in all-star conversations for sure. And once again, Jaylen Brown is not the problem. So now we got the Celtics star players out of the way, and now let's go down to some role players. First up is Marcus Smart. He's kind of the heart and soul for the Celtics. Great defender. He's kind of like, a great 3-and-D wing that anybody would want. He really is very aggressive out there, and he's not afraid to get some dirty plays, get some fights, get some techs. Averaging 11 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, and yeah, kind of like, average Marcus Smart numbers, inefficient, kind of like him. 38% from the field, 27% from 3. And yeah, Marcus Smart, yeah. Dennis Schroeder is the new addition for the Boston Celtics. I didn't like this signing because, Dennis Schroeder was going to get a lot of money from the Lakers, but he ended up signing with the Boston Celtics for a lot less money, like millions and tens of millions of dollars less. And I didn't think that he would be too happy. I didn't think he would, fully try. But he's having one of the best years of his career. 17 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists with a steal, and shooting 44% from the field and 34% from 3. Dennis Schroeder has been a great piece, an extra piece to the Boston Celtics this year. Al Horford has returned to Boston, averaging 12 points, 8 rebounds, decent numbers. I'm pretty sure he's coming off the bench. 45% from the field and 30% from 3. Considering Al Horford is a little bit older and he's starting to regress, barely played last year in Oklahoma, I'm surprised he's doing this good. And the last guy is Robert Williams. He's averaging 9 points, 8 rebounds, and yeah, that doesn't sound that good, but Robert Williams' role out there isn't to score, it's to play defense and shoot efficiently. And he's averaging 1 steal, 2 blocks, 75% from the field. So yeah, great year for all of these guys. So what is the problem? Why do I think that they will not pick it up this year? It's not their skill, because obviously they have many good guys, Tatum, Brown, Schroeder, like I just named. It's definitely not the chemistry, because guys like Tatum, Brown, Marcus Smart, and Al Horford have been in Boston for multiple years. So it's definitely not their chemistry. It's kind of, I don't have a straight answer for this. It's kind of their depth. And I don't mean they have a bad bench. I just mean, when it comes to games, the Boston Celtics rely on a player to have a big game in order for them to win. So, for example, when the Celtics win a game, they never have 5 players in double figures. It's always one guy getting 20, or 1 or 2 guys getting 20 or 30 points, and usually it's Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, but sometimes it's other players. To prove my point, I am going to look at the Celtics' last 2 games. First, the last 2 wins. Their most recent win was against the Milwaukee Bucks. Jason Tatum scored 42 points. Yup. And their most recent win before that was against the Portland Trailblazers, where Jason Tatum and Dennis Schroeder both scored 31 points, and the rest of their team played My point is the Boston Celtics do not have good enough pieces to surround Tatum and Brown and maybe even Schroeder a little bit. They always rely on them to score every bucket, and when they have an off game, it's a guaranteed loss for the Boston Celtics. Let's look at a team like the Utah Jazz, who are 19-7 and honestly might be real contenders this year. Looking at their last game against the Washington Wizards, where they won 123-98, looking at some stats, Donovan Mitchell did have a great game, 28 points, but their whole team played good too. Rudy Gobert got 20 points and 11 rebounds, and Bojan Bogdanovic got 16 points, and Hassan Whiteside got 18 and 14. So my point is the Utah Jazz, or any team kind of like the Utah Jazz, have pieces surrounding their star players, while the Boston Celtics do not. To me, that is kind of what separates a good team, or like an average team, from an elite team and a championship contender. And even if Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown start averaging like 27, 28 points a game, and the Celtics skyrocket to the first seed, which I highly doubt that'll happen, I don't expect them to do good in the playoffs for the one reason I just said, because they don't have the surrounding pieces to help out their two franchise players. So the reason why I was not using statistics in this video is because statistics-wise, the Celtics are, pretty average. Like, they're not a terrible team when you look at the stats. It's just really they have a problem with getting some help for their star players. That is going to wrap up my video, guys, about the Boston Celtics and why they are pretenders and not contenders, and they will not be contenders this season. And yeah, I really hope you still don't think that they are contenders. But yeah, before we end this video, I just want to say thank you for 100 subscribers. As I'm recording this, we're actually at 124. I don't know what's happening. The day I'm recording this, we are skyrocketing past our goal. So thank you guys so much for subscribing. And yeah, let's keep the grind going. I think our new goal is 200 subscribers, or 250 subscribers by June. That is our new goal. So from now on, that is what you're going to hear me saying. 250 subscribers by June 2022. I think we can do it. And yeah, that's a wrap for this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.